Been out in the sun all day long again today. I think it's kind of messing with my head. Welcome back, YouTube family. Working on a Blue Ridge br160 today. You've seen this guitar before. It's got the funky keys on it and fingernail polish around the keys. You can go back in some videos, search it on my channel here, you can find it. I don't know who did that. It was like that when I got the guitar. Anyways, here it is. Very nice guitar. Remember, we fixed a crack in the back all the way down through here. You get the light to glare on it there, you can see it. You still see it, but it's not cracked anymore. Two cracks actually up here. There's two of them, right there and right there, I think. As nearly as I could see. What are we doing to it today? Well, I'll tell you. The nut action. I'm going to start playing this guitar a little bit more. I'm starting to practice more. I'm making time for it to happen. And the nut action is a little bit higher than I like it. Now, I set it at 18, I thought. Right now, it seems like it's a little more than 18. The first, second, and third strings, I'll bring you over here and show you, they are still 18. Fourth, fifth, and sixth strings seem to me they're a little bit more than 18. I don't know what happened. Maybe the strings shrunk or swelled up. Who knows? Let me bring you over here closer and I'll show you how to adjust your nut action if you ever need to. Most guitars I pick up, the nut action is too high for me. I like my nut action very low. And if you want to lower yours, come closer. Now I'm only concerned with 6, 5, and 4. Okay, we in the camera? Okay, yeah. I got an 18 here. I'll show you over here first. These are exactly 18. Look at that. There's the second string and there's the third. And they're dead on the money. These are a little bit higher than 18. Look how loose that is. All three strings, you see it just see, I can pluck the fifth string with the gauge under it. And the fourth. And they ring out. That one almost does. So we're going to take a little bit off of each one of these in the nut slots. I guess we'll start with the fourth one here. Now I have nut files here from StewMac. Here they are. Let me zoom you out a little bit. There they are. I don't know if they still carry these files or not. They come in this case that you cannot get them out of. I mean, the thing just bonds itself inside of there. You're supposed to fold that back, shove the tool out, and I guarantee you, you'll have a time getting it out if you get these. I think they're like 50 bucks a piece. I'm not sure. And they're gauged files. Yeah, I need to make sure here. I'm going to read this string. Let me back you out a little bit more. All I'm going to do is just check the string gauge. It's like a 34. So I'm going to use a 34 gauge nut file, and that's what I have here. I don't know if StewMac still even sells these or not. Let me back in. They have sets of files now that you can buy. Nut files for acoustic and another set for an electric guitar, and God only knows what they charge for those, but these are like 40 to 50 some bucks a piece. I think so. I paid for them. I have, I think, every gauge known to man. Now what we want to do here is file this the same angle the headstock is. Okay, I don't want to lay the file in there like that and file it straight. I don't want to just lift it and file it like that or file it too much this way. I want this file to be parallel to the angle the headstock is. And I also want to file towards the fourth string peg. Okay? And these files make very quick work of this. That's probably enough right there. Still got my 18 out here. Can't make it ring under the feeler's gauge now. See, that's simple. It was that simple. Listen to this fifth string. It'll ring with the feeler's gauge under it. Hear that? So, let's see what gauge that string is. Back you back off so you can see what's happening here. If you know your string gauges, that's a 40. Yeah, let me get another bite on 48. If you know your string gauges and you don't have nut files, you can use an old string of the right gauge and work the thing, cut a piece off about yay long and work it, you know, in the slot, and you can file that nut slot out to fit your. I need another file now. Now I can turn this one over and do it. Okay. Use the proper string gauge, you know, for that slot, and you can actually use your old strings, a piece of them, to file out your nut slots. It'll take a lot longer than this, but it works. Alright, let's check that. I hope the camera's running. Yes, it is. Now, I probably won't get it to ring out. That's perfect. I thought I had set this at 18 before. I don't know. Alright, let's get Big Daddy here. I know what that one is. It's a 56. And I need a different file. And to prove to you what I was just talking about the files hard to get out of their cases, let me back you off. Sorry about that, folks. Been in the sun today too long. I think it's really making me worse. There's the case they come in, and like I say, you fold that back, and I guess they assume that you can just drive the file up through there. It's not going to happen. You got to beat the living shit out of it to get it to come out. Look, it's not moved, man. There we go. You know, Stumac, their tools are good, but they can do a little bit better than that. I mean, if they're going to charge what they charge for their tools, come on, man, they can do a little bit better than that. Cue ball just made the scene, it would appear. Alright. Number 6. Make sure I got the right side. They're like this file can be used on 50s gauge up to 60. Okay, 50,000 up to 60,000. 50,000s in here, 60,000 and above this side. Okay, that's the way that works. So I want the 51, which is this one. Line up with the headstock and file in the direction toward the peg head. The peg, actually. You can see how these files bite in. And that's probably enough right there. This one didn't ring out so much under the... Actually, we can go a little bit more with that. Yeah. It won't ring out, but it's just not a good snug fit like I like to see. So we'll go a little bit more with it. These files make very quick work of this. I mean, man. It does not take very long. Like I say, if you use an old string, it'll work, but you know, it takes a little longer than these files do. I guess maybe that's why they cost 50 bucks a piece. There it is. Maybe you could get that fourth one a little bit lower. No, it's good. It's just is catching on the string as I pull the fielder's gauge out. Right here, maybe you can hear the fifth string, the sixth. It's not very loud, but I mean it just fits very snugly. Alright. These strings are shot on this guitar. I wanted to, I got it out and hit a few chords, thought, man, this will never do. I've got to put strings on it if I want to play it, and fix that nut action for whatever happened to it. So hold on, let's get it together here a little better. Let's see where the action sits on this bad boy. 5/64, bass E, 12th fret. 4/64, high E, 12th fret. 5/64, 4/64. This is good. This is good. And we will check the neck relief while we've got it on the chopping block. Like I say, this guitar's been put away for a long time. I haven't been playing any, man. I mean, hardly any at all. And that's all I'm going to change. It's already in the process of changing. Like to see a 12 here. I forget where the truss rod, yeah, it comes all the way down. So I want to come down here to 17th fret, note that. And look at that. That is as perfect as you can get, man. A 12 Chevy. Check that out. Perfect fit. I can hear it skimming the string just a tiny bit. It was a 12, yes. But it's all good. All good. You know what I think would be interesting is to take a macro lens and show you this DNA. Yeah, let's do that. It might be an interesting view. DNA on these strings. Hold on. This is a macro lens I have on the camera now. I thought the DNA would show up better than that. It's really not showing up very much. I can't see it in the camera. Maybe it's there and I'm just not seeing it because I am blind, you know. Very touchy with this lens. I don't know. I thought I could show you the DNA on the strings, but I don't know if it's coming through the camera or not. I can't see it. Can't see well enough to tell. Anyways, there's you a good shot of string winding through macro lens. If nothing else, it's pretty exciting, eh? Alright. Here's the gook I was talking about. Someone put on the keys. Remember in the other video, a good while back, we talked about that. Well, I have a friend that works in a lab, and that's all I can say. But I chipped a little piece of this off and sent to him, because I want to know what it was. And guess what it was? It was clear fingernail polish. That's right, folks. That's what you see around that key. Someone glued it on there with clear fingernail polish. And his lab reports are like 99% accurate. So, you know, that's pretty sure that's what it is. Why would anyone do that, something like that to a guitar? This was a nice guitar until then. Anyways, can't get you no DNA, I don't guess, today. Oh, maybe here's a little bit. Let me try coming at it from a different angle here. This might work. Oh, it's just not showing up in the camera. I can see it when I look at the strings. They look like they have big black spots on them. Maybe right there a little bit. Can't hold the camera still. Look who's here. Or you can't see her with the micro lens. Yeah, maybe you can a little bit. What you doing, cue ball head? Tell the folks hello. Say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Tell them. Good girl. Good. Good. So there you go, folks. That's the way to lower your nut action if you need to lower it. And like I say, if you don't have the money to put into those files, I don't blame you. I mean, oh God, man, I wouldn't pay that for them either unless I use them all the time, and I do use them all the time, so I paid it. If you just want to lower your nut action, okay, say like if you know this 6 string is a .056, 56,000, you know it is, okay? Loosen it, pull it out of the slot, take an old .056 string, and just work it back and forth in there. It'll take you a lot longer, you know, than you saw it took me here. But it can be done because I did it myself long ago before. And cue balls takes a lot of room up to be so little. And you can do it too. So anyways, that's one way to fix your nut when you don't have proper nut files. Ain't that right, cue ball head? So cue ball got a new haircut. I don't know if you can see it or not. Her fat belly's showing pretty good. All 8 pounds of her. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Tell the YouTube family, say, I love you. What? How's that? I love you. Ooh, the boogity ball. What? Good. I love you. Ooh, it's turning into a party, I think. Good. What? Oh, that's such a good girl. I love you. What? What? Good. I love you.